And now, Mel, I know you do photography because you were in one of our group shows, so you are also an artist. But as you are our leader, you are the person who basically gets us going, gets the volunteers together. So tell us a little bit about what you do as the executive director of Silicon Valley Open Studios.
Well, I think the most important thing that I do is recruit the volunteers through what we call the SVOS team. And they're the ones like Stephanie and yourself and many others who really help put on this event every year. And that's just great. And my own personal reward is I just get a chance to work with some really great people. And that's wonderful. That's what I enjoy about this whole thing. But talking about Silicon Valley Open Studios, and you ask everyone what they thought some of the benefits were, I've gotten a chance to see artists in all phases of their career, from the ones who are entering their very first show to some very veteran artists who literally hire a crew to come in and clean out the furniture so they can show art in their house during Open Studios. But one of the things we like to think about Silicon Valley Open Studios, it's really a great first event for an artist who's just starting to make that transition into a professional career from a hobby. Because it's not a juried event, it really is a very safe, we call it an incubator for young and emerging artists. So they can show in the safety of their own home. They can invite some of their friends in to be with us. They don't have to have a lot of inventory of art. They can have just a few pieces. So it's a great place to get started. So we've seen a lot of artists do that. I've seen artists with all kinds of different attitudes about their art. Some people think, you know, if I can just sell enough to buy canvases for the next year, that's all I want to do. Others are very serious about supplementing their family income or making an income. And we have a few doing that, and all kinds of artists in between as well.
So when someone wants to find out about the art in their local community, what can they do? How can they find out about Silicon Valley Open Studios?
Well, one of the things, we have a website that's up year-round, and all of the artists who participate in that website in Open Studios have a page on that website that's there for a year. So there's 3 samples of their images. The website is svos.org, and then you'll be able to just look for all of the artists and browse around and see all of the artists who participated in the most recent event. And in April, we start publishing an artist directory.
So
and we make that available.
This is last year's, right?
This is last year's artist directory. Last year we had 325 artists showing at 150 different locations throughout Silicon Valley on 3 different weekends. It's always the first 3 weekends in May. So that directory, there's 40,000 of them that are distributed freely throughout Silicon Valley. They're at coffee shops and libraries and city halls and just all of the places where you see wire racks of free literature distribution. That directory has a representative image from each one of the artists who are participating.
In color.
In color. It's all color. Plus it has some fold-out maps in the middle that you can see. Every artist location is identified with a site number, and there's addresses, and it's on a map. And in addition, our website for each artist has a map showing where to go to find that location. So it works out really well. One of the advantages for the public is they really get a chance to get to know the artist, to spend some quality time with the artist in their own studio and really get to know that artist. We call it up close and personal, and it's unique. There's no other art event where the art lover gets a chance to spend that kind of quality time with an artist and really get to know them. So, you know, if you're an art investor or an art collector, you sure want to have that opportunity to really get to know the artist. And if you're even thinking of a commissioned work, there's another great opportunity to really find out about the artist and what they're doing. And you can look around their studio and just see what's going on and watch them demonstrate their techniques. And there's very few other places where you can really see the art in progress. And that fits in with our goal of educating. In addition to educating students, we have the mission of educating the public about art. And this is a great chance for the public to ask artists questions about their art. It's amazing how many people I see, they say, well, what's the difference between an oil painting and an acrylic painting? And which one should I buy? And so that's a great opportunity for them to really talk to the artist. And, well, why do you do that? So.
Yeah, what I like to do is I have very small canvases, 6 by 6 inch canvases, and I bring some of my acrylic paintings, I have them out, and I just paint the very small paintings, and usually, you know, in between talking to people and showing the art, I get about 1 done per day.
Yeah.
But and I, you know, show them, but children are very interested, especially in the art. They'll come over and they'll bring their parents over and they want to see what's going on and how it works. So yeah, it's really fun to demonstrate.
I'm usually doing one of my watercolors, and there is great interest.
Yeah, to see how it's done. Yeah.
We encourage that, to have actual demonstrations of art going on. And in fact, that's another one of the things that sets Silicon Valley Open Studios apart from almost all of the other art venues, is the fact that you get an opportunity to really see some art in progress and see what's going on, kind of a peek behind the curtain, so to speak.
Yes, exactly. And also, I think meeting the other artists and seeing what other artists are doing to market their art and how they talk about their art. You listen to the person, if you're at a group show, which I highly recommend. There are 3 weekends, and you don't have to show only on one of the weekends. They're done regionally, so that people in a region will know that the artists in that area are open on that particular weekend, but you can show all 3 weekends, even in different areas. You can go to different places. That's how I got to go to Stephanie's house and show there, and just to see, you know, listen to how people are talking about their art. And I know you had absolutely beautiful little tiles that you did. Do you want to tell us a little bit about those and how you decided to do that?
Yeah, I had seen some tiles before, and I thought it would be a great way to do a small reproduction of my art. I don't do prints, but I do reproduce my art on these 4 1/4 inch tiles, and it's using a technique called sublimation. So the image is heat pressed onto the tile, which is a permanent, it won't peel off or anything, permanent image on there, and it really produces a kind of jewel-like tones on the small reproduction of the painting, and I think it really suits my artwork. And again, it gives people an option when they come along that they're not just larger paintings, but they're the little tiles. And I do have some people that have put them up in their kitchens, even like because they're regular tiles.
Regular tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was impressed by that, and I've seen a lot of other different things. I learned about, you know, a lot about marketing. So it's been wonderful having you here. And thank you so much for coming and talking about Silicon Valley Open Studios with us. And this has been Talk Art. My name is Sally Rayn, your host.